are you?
Hey, how's it going? How y'all doing?
Good.
All right. Good deal.
What's been the best part about coaching your son?
Best part about coaching my son is I get to spend father-son time on the field. You know, they say coaching is nothing but teaching. I get to be a teacher and do fatherhood stuff through football instead of books. So, teaching on the field.
What are those moments pregame like? I saw you before the game throwing balls to your son. I mean, what is that like for you?
It takes you back. Takes you back when he's just a 3-4-year-old and we go to the park and here, man, it's just like that. We just got more people watching us now. You know, that type of thing.
I remember back in the spring we asked you about, when to turn dad mode and coach mode on. But to see, Cole contribute in a way like he did obviously with the rest of the defensive backs. Was there a moment on the sidelines where you felt some more personal gratification and let yourself kind of soak in everything that was happening?
Not really during it. It usually happens maybe on a Sunday watching the film or something like that. It's like, well, that's a good play. But then I'm also, the dad part takes over too. It's never good enough.
What was that last year like? Cole at Arizona State, you at Michigan State. Were you missing him, wishing you could, have a pulse on coaching him again?
Well, yeah, I mean, a part of me did, but then I knew he was in good hands there with Coach Dillingham and Coach Dwayne Walker. So I knew that they were taking care of him over there too. So, it really was just like, hey, just tap in every other day and let me know what's the status of you and your playing and all that kind of good stuff. So we constantly were talking and in communications, but it's just when this all came about to be able to come back home to UCLA and have the opportunity to work back here where he was just a little chap playing Bruin ball on the Bruin camps and all that kind of good stuff. It was like, look, man, we can do this right down the street from grandparents and family and all that kind of stuff where you play Pop Warner ball. It was like, yeah, let's do it.
Cole just mentioned Jaleel Wadood and Ishmael Adams as guys you love watching. Is there anything that points out when Cole was little running around with the guys like that?
I mean, yeah, well, just add to the name of Darnay Holmes and Fabian Monroe. Those were the guys that he was in the locker room with and on the field with and running around and chasing balls with and stuff like that. So it was, for him to still connect those dots is great. Yeah.
How much fun was it for you to see him with those 2 fake punts? And did you have any hand in the scheme of that?
I did not. That was all Coach B-Mac and his wizardry over there. He's doing it. But it was good to see because they would be like, it's been some ongoing jokes on the team like, he should play some running back. And I'm like, yeah, give him a package. And then 2 weeks later, they handing him the ball on the fake punt. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on now. So, it was all pretty good, though. It was fun to see.
Did he play running back as well?
In Pop Warner, he played a little bit of everything. He moved around as an athlete, everywhere except for the O-line.
How much has the 3-game winning streak impacted recruiting? Have you felt that with recruits?
Always that's the best form of recruiting. Putting that product on the field and, letting your guys get after it and show that it's fun and they can play free, especially guys in the secondary that you're trying to recruit. When they see that style of play, that attracts them and that helps with everything, obviously, as far as that. And then the rest of it speaks for itself. I mean, UCLA campus, Southern California. Come on, man. You know where you need to be. Foes up.
What's the best thing that Kevin Coyle has brought to this defense?
Belief that we could do whatever coverage, whatever scheme, whatever we want to do, we could do it. I nickname him the mad scientist. So he's a guy that's always cooking up some stuff in there like, hey, Meek, can we do this? Hey, Scotty White, can we do this? Hey, Jet, can we do this? And he kind of, I love the way he goes about his business is he cooks it up and then say, hey, what can we do with this? And then he lets the coaches coach it up and then we decide on game day or, game week what we can and what we can't do.
When did you first get into contact with Roderick while recruiting him, and then what's it like to see him kind of take this big next step in his career this season?
We'll say it again.
With Roderick.
With Pleasant. Okay, yeah. Well, we are always in contact. I mean, because I recruited him to the first place that we were at, and then when he expressed some not being happy there, and knowing that I was here, then when he got in the portal, it was like, well, I got a spot for you. And then once he came over here, I knew it was going to take off. It was all about just him getting under a right situation where he can flourish.
What is it about Roderick that has allowed him to take that step?
I think just kind of right now at this point in time in him, just concentrating strictly on football. As you know, he's a dual sport athlete, and track takes a lot out of him and stuff like that. And he's such a meticulous type of athlete. So when he's in track, it's all track. and then you can't mix it up with football. And now that it's all football right now, I think that's helping him out.
Similar to Roderick, can you talk a little bit about Andre Jordan's kind of play these last couple of games? A lot of big plays.
Yeah, big time for him. He's starting to come on. I think he's 100% healthy. So a lot of the stuff didn't flash because he was kind of gimpy. So now he's learning how to play with toughness, let's say, and play through some bumps and bruises and that type of thing. And then the scheme now, some of the stuff that we do is more conducive to his skill set.
What would you say is that skill set that suits him?
Being pressed man to man and shutting guys down at the line of scrimmage.
What separates Indiana's offense from the rest of the offenses
Whoa,
you've seen?
That's a good bunch of guys over there. I mean, just the fact that they don't make mistakes. They're very sound, very disciplined, very smart. They're tough. They got good athletes, good quarterback, great coaching. They don't have no chinks in their armor. So, it's a great test for us to go out and this Saturday and line it up.
So what are the defensive backs going to have to do to have success in that, going up against a team that does that?
Counter that. Not make any mistakes. Be very smart. Be sure tacklers. They're going to make some catches. So we got to get them down when they do catch the ball and all that kind of good stuff. And, it's typical things every other week. Don't let them throw the ball over our head and, party out there and have fun.
What particularly stands out about their quarterback?
Just the way he conducts the offense. He knows where he needs to go with the ball. He gets it there. He very rarely makes mistakes. He puts the ball where it's supposed to be. He's a fairly accurate guy. They throw a lot of back shoulder throws and things and such like that. So that makes it tough on the defensive back. So they're a great outfit. It's the reason why they're unscathed right now.
Two more for Coach, if anything? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, can you touch a little bit on the family aspect of Cole being home, you being home, family in the area, and being able to have these successes at the Rose Bowl consecutively?
It makes everything, it's a surreal feeling, when you get both sets of grandparents to still come to the games, and his brother and sister, now, the younger two are there in Arizona, so they get to come back up with moms and all that kind of stuff. His older sister, my second oldest, my daughter, she's in Kentucky running track, so she's calling every minute. She's mad because she can't be here and that type of thing, but it's great, man. It's great.
What was his game day routine when you were coaching here last time? Would he watch from the stands? Would he be on the sideline? Where would he be?
Most of the time he would be where his younger brother is, out there in the little that little section where the recruits kind of hang out, and then I wouldn't see him. I'd see him when I come on the field, hello, hugs and kisses, and then they'd be up in the stands. And then after the game, they'd try to come down and sneak in the locker room.
And I asked, Cole, about, the way you guys started the season, it's probably easy to overlook you guys, but now you got Curt Cignetti calling you guys a 3-0 team. What's the message to this team now that, they might be more of a dangerous opponent to, some of the rest of the teams you guys are going to be playing now?
Well, we get after it the same way. I mean, this is a great opportunity to play the best team we're going to play this week, by far. This is it. So let's get it this week and worry about this week, and then next week we move on to next week.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.